Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina. It's a great day to be here with you, crafting a little bit more of this series that I am doing. Okay, so I am doing a remix series, and this is video 2 of the Animal Kingdom remix series. So my suggestion is to go back and start with 1, because there's at least the beginning of that video talks about how I break down my product, what paper gutting I did, and so forth. Okay, so here is the layout from my June 2024 Summer Vibes workshop that we're going to be remixing. See, I love to have a sketch and make it again and again and again. And it really works for me because my scrapbooking comes from all different time periods. I am not organized in my scrapbooking, sometimes not in life. So I really loved working with this collection, and you can actually pick up both and make them if you would like, but I'll put details in the description of the video. So now we're remaking it with Animal Kingdom, because George and I took a trip. We did Spain and the Canary Islands, and one of the places that George chose to go is the Loro Park Animal Sanctuary, and boy, was it worth it. We're not huge zoo people, but we just felt like this is on the island of Tenerife, and it was just going to be one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences, and it really was. There's a reason they call it an animal sanctuary and not a zoo. It was absolutely incredible, and they're dedicated to preservation, population. It was just amazing. So today we are doing big cats. All right. I have a few things that I have to do, and I have a few cheats that I'm going to share. So we gutted this piece of paper right here. It's right here. And we're going to put that on, but I want to use this to go all the way across this piece here. So the first thing I'll tell you is the 2 back pieces here have been gutted, and then we're making some cuts from these other pieces, but this is not long enough to get around this 11 by 11 or get all the way across this 11 by 11 paper. So I'm going to share with you a cheat in my photo placement and how I'm still going to get what I want, because don't we want to get what we want? All right, I did a little work ahead of time just to save some time, but one of the things I didn't do was put down these 11 by 11 pieces because I want to trim off all my edges on them. All right, this piece here is cut at 2 by 2, and this one here, 2 by 2, is 2 inches by 12, but it only needs to be 11. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off because it was one cut I didn't have to do. And then this is from the 10-inch square from the gut, and that's cut at 1 3/4. I'm just going to put this on here so I can use it, and I'm going to center it. I am dealing with warning allergies. Here we go. Sorry about that. I really needed that drink. Okay. I'm probably going to need to do that a lot, but if I waited until I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't be doing these videos before we leave for our next vacation, which is a mini, but I have to laugh because we're actually going to be going to another zoo while we're gone, and we're not zoo people. So I had to find that super funny. All right, same sizes for these 2 pieces over here. And then remember, all the pieces that I give you that are going on to these background pieces, these 11 by 11, they only have to be 11 inches. So this one here is 3/8 of an inch. So you would need 3/8 by 11, of course. These are the same exact measurements as this. Okay, so you will do a 2-inch on the striped piece. This is the one side of it, and this is the other side of it. So you'll be using both of those. All right, and I cut those, and it's 2 times for everything, and then 3/8 of a piece. Look at this gorgeous textured paper. It's like a jade color. And I pulled all my cardstock out of my stock and my stash. So I have textured and I have smooth cardstock, and I love to mix those, and I have different brands here. All right, I'm going to move this over. We'll talk about how obsessed I've become with these half mats here in a few minutes, and we'll just work on the background piece that I have right here. I want to pull the original one in so I can show you what I'm working on. I'm going to build this portion that's back here that really brings in the theme of the paper. And I'm going to do it directly on this piece right here and then trim everything off of the edges. I will keep these little extra pieces. But you can see here how this pocket card, it is positioned as well as this one that you don't see this go all the way through. We're going to do the exact same thing so we can use this 10-inch piece. We're going to cut it and we're going to hide the seam behind it, or the space, not the seam, so that it'll work well for us. All right, looks like I didn't get really, oh, okay, maybe it's down now. All right, I'm going to move the gut out of the way. Let's move that background piece out of the way so we can go ahead and focus on this. All right, for the bottom portion, up, I'm going to do from the white. So if I move the white piece down to the 0, you can see that I start approximately 1.5 inches up on this piece right here. I'm going to add some adhesive only to the left side for right now, just to the left side. And I'm going to put it in at the 1.5. There we go. Okay, and then I will take my liquid glue. I love precision tip glue. All right, I'm going to bring that all the way over, just making sure I don't end up gluing this piece down here. There we go. In the Summer Vibes workshop, I actually used a marker technique on a lot of these pieces, but I'll show you that with just one piece on this. I sometimes like to take my broad tips, I have some markers, and I like to trace around my pieces for some added dimension. All right, now we're putting this piece here on, and I'll definitely save that cut there because those are going to be perfect little pieces to tuck behind, you know, like photos or the pocket cards or any journaling or anything like that that I have. It's a great way to add some to this theme. I love this textured paper. Add our final 3/8. And then I'm going to give this a minute to kind of sit, and I'm going to move over to this side here. I'm going to slice this off. Same thing. I am keeping these over to the side because I've been, excuse me, stamping some leaves. So that's been kind of working for me. All right. And for this one here, let me bring it in and show you. I'm repeating the layout, but I'm changing the photos. And you can see where I'll be doing that cut is closer to this side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my adhesive onto the right side for this side. And I do want to make sure that these two, you know, line up. So we're going to go at about the 1.5 again. There we go. And then something that I like to do when I put these out is I'll sometimes pick it up and kind of hold them next to each other and, you know, just say, okay, wait, did I make it or didn't I? Because, you know, things happen. How many of us have done the entire page and then went, oh no. I would like to say only once, but I'm going to try not to tell lies. All right. We'll just layer these up as well. This would normally be something that I would try to do kind of pre to the video. I haven't really gotten to the point where I'm fast forwarding through any portions of my video or anything like that. I'm just trying to pick and choose when I want to share different aspects of my scrapbooking, or, you know, just try to get it all out there. And I thank you guys so much for joining me and giving me that patience and just letting me have a wonderful, constructive place to share my scrapbooking journey. All right, so there we go. And now, once again, our final one. 3/8 of an inch is one of my favorite measurements. Unless we're talking glitter paper, then it's 1/8 of an inch, but story for another day. 3/8 of an inch is also the size that I use for my journaling. I find that just that 3/8 of an inch seems to be, it's not too small, it's not too big. All right, while this one is sitting, we'll go ahead and we'll go over to this one. I do want to get rid of some of the overhang that I have on here. Having that little extra bit also means I don't risk cutting just slightly short, as I've been known to do. All right, we're just going to flip them over and trim these off. Once again, I do want to keep that piece there, just until I'm done working with the collection. When I'm done working with the collection, I'll be a lot less interested in having those pieces. I'm gonna just put these on top of each other, and we'll just do a slide over and a slide back. Another thing you could do is just get out your straight cutter if you are a fan of doing it this way, and you can line this up in your straight cutter. You can just slice it like that. Whichever way works. Okay, so now that I have this portion done, everything's lined up and everything's trimmed off. I'm okay with this being wherever it's going to be. So we're going to bring in our gut pieces. And I'm just going to take my glue all the way around. I'm very, I'm happy with myself in how I am now applying all of my gut pieces. I used to go through a lot more with washi tape on the back and all kinds of stuff. But since I have switched to just using my liquid glue and putting it down and giving it a minute, sometimes I can slide it around, which is nice. But sometimes I will flip it over and add some washi tape if it's to smooth an area out. But I do trust in the bond that the glue is giving me, and that it's not going to be, you know, lifting on the back, or that there'll be adhesive back there. It looks like I got a little nick right there, but that's okay. It's going to work out well. We'll move these back over, and we'll do the other one. This zoo was such an incredible experience. They are known for the largest collection of canaries and some other birds in the world. So that was fascinating, and that's what I had expected to see, as well as I got to spend time inside a giant bird cage where they're just flying around you. I was a little scared. It was an exhilarating scared, if you will, but that was amazing. But completely not prepared for the beautiful enclosures and just the amazing care, how gorgeous the zoo was, the overall variety of animals and all that they had. It was a really amazing experience, and I applaud George for choosing that excursion on our recent cruise. All right, so this is a divided mat. I have become a little obsessed with this. What a divided mat is basically whatever size you want it. So for example, if you wanted this 4.5 by 6.5, this piece would be half of that, and this piece would be half of that. So these pieces are both 6.5, 6.5, but this one is 2.25, and this one is 2.25. And what ends up happening is you get this really cool looking divided mat. And I don't know what made me try it, but ever since I tried it, I really, really like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch all the way around the 3 sides here, just kind of lining it up on the one side. And then I'm just going to, hopefully I put it right. We'll see. I'm not great, and that was a lot of adhesive. You'll just line it up like this, and it should look good. Oh, hold your breath. Okay, I'm a little off, but that's okay. Nope, it's not. Can't do it. All right, I don't like leaving a gap, but I might have just pressed a little too tight or went a little too low. Let's try that. All right, that's better for me. There we go. And then you have this divided mat that brings in more than one color, and I really like it. So I did that on these 2 pages, and one on each side. Okay, let's grab in our other pictures for this page, and let's talk about this gorgeous beauty right here. It was difficult. I'm trying to choose less pictures. We live in a digital age, so a lot more pictures, and I'm trying to get my pictures down and scrapbook less, focus on stories. but I could not take my eyes off of, he looks like he's praying. He's got his little paws folded there, and they're not little, so, you know, and he just looked like he was praying. And after we had this moment of staring at him, he then kind of looked over at us. And so that is why this cheetah background print became, you know, like, let's focus on this cheetah because that's the story that I'm going to add to this. All right, I have this piece that is on the pocket cards in the kit. I'm just taking my black broad tip marker. This will take off any of those white edges or anything that you might miss from the other one, but it'll also add a little bit of dimension because I'm going to do this layered technique that I have on here for this card. Okay, I'm going to build my card first. So there's a Be Brave. Now, it wouldn't have been wrong because I also got the people who were about to go into one of the big cat enclosures, and they were all set and ready to go. And I'm telling you, the guy, like, they were going over everything. The guy was like, yeah, I got this. I just thought when we go to a zoo, we take pictures of all the animals, but you know, I just thought that was so great. So I got a picture of them. I'm matting this on a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 black. And then we're going to get some foam tape, and I'm just going to change my saying on, instead of the Be Brave, we're going to have the You Are Perfect. And I thought that was great for the big cats. All right, I'll get some foam tape on this. There we go. And I thought that this would make just a really nice embellishment, matching, bringing the cheetah pattern in multiple times. And it really does add a lot to this card. You could probably even do another layer if you wanted to. And there it is. And I'm planning on adding a little something maybe when I bling this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place my big picture down. And for placement of this big picture, you can see I really liked the placement here, how it just kind of came over. And I just wanted to show some similar things I did. I brought in stripes. I love to bring stripes in. If there's a stripe paper, I am so happy. There's 2 stripes in here if you count this wood one that has the stripes. So you can kind of see how that remix, you know, became more similar. All right. And I do want it to come down because it really highlights all the colors there. There we go. Oh, so pretty. Okay. And then this one's going to go here. And I already know that this is going to go here. And then this one's going to go here. So since I have a mark and I know that this one's going to go here, I'm going to slide this in. I'm going to cut a kitty in half. All right. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive here. And now we're going to take this piece. Old tricks coming back again. Let's make it easy. And I can use this top piece here to make sure that I get it all nice and straight. There we go. And you'll never know, right? No one will ever know. I mean, you'll know, but nobody else will know. I want to make sure this comes pretty low. And this is another one here. I think the outside of this, I can see I have a little bit of the card that was next to it left on there. This is just a great way to turn that black and match what I have. You can do these with any colors, of course. And I don't use these markers for anything else. They're really old markers, so it has gotten me a way to get some use out of those markers. Okay, so pretty. I'm loving it. I've already determined I will need a second pack of this paper for the amount of zoo layouts that I'm going to have. It is no hardship to work with this paper. There we go. I don't think that's over as far as I would like it. I'm going to move it over just a little bit further. There we go. It's a little peaky right there. I like it. There we go. I'll put this one right here. It is good placement right there. Oh, love that picture. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to be doing something similar here with our remix on this page. I just want to share and show a little bit here what I did. So similar, you can see I have a banner. I'm gonna redo that, but you can see these photos are all overlaying each other. And this one down here, that same piece, nothing. You won't even know that it's cut back there. All right, so let's go ahead and get these all laid out. I'm gonna try to do the same thing and see how close I get to getting my mat on correctly. All right. What I had in the original was whatever was on top I did to the outside here, and I had this way. But for some odd reason, when I was putting this layout together, I decided to flip it, and I'm not really sure why. It might be because of the mat that I have next to it. Okay, we'll just do half and hope I get lucky. There we go. It's, I don't know. I know it's a look, but I just really like it. I just think it looks really cool. So it's like my thing right now, you know, for now. Don't we all go through little fads and little changes? I can see that this is crooked. My bottom one here is crooked. Oh, how crooked is that? Let's take a look at this really quickly. That looks really off to me. That is way off when I laid that down, and this is glued down. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna let it go, but I'm gonna try to fix it a little bit when I do with my little overlays so that it's not as noticeable. It happens, right? Same thing with this, but I'm gonna put a high and tight up in the corner to leave me a lot of room. Be forgiving with yourself. It's something that I'm working on. So I know that that's difficult, especially when we care so much about our scrapbooking, but just be kind with yourself and be forgiving. Give yourself some grace. I want to get this piece done down here first, so I'm just going to cut it right here. There we go. So I know where he'll go, and I want the top of this picture to be in that 3/8, just so that you can see all the different layers of colors. I'm just taking my other photos now, but could we talk about this Siberian tiger? Look at the sheer size of the paws. So in this enclosure, there were 2 beautiful cave areas that he could go into. There was a water area. Like, I could have done a page for every single one of these. So yeah, he had his own like full pond area to swim in. And I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I'm not real good at that. I know somebody I could reach out to, but I'm happy to say I just got to experience it. All right, and then of course I have King of the Jungle here, but my favorite picture came down to her, this lioness that was just, she was just really sweet, and I just really ended up loving the picture that George took of her. So I have my little King of the Jungle right there. Put this one up a little high, since we're gonna layer these in. And I actually am gonna do some tucking and let this one come down here, maybe even a little lower than I did originally. So to allow, I don't want to cover up my lion. I think right there is good. And I'm just going to overlap this picture here towards the left of this page. And there we go. Excellent. I love it. I love all of it. Okay, there we go. This paper collection is really wonderful, but you can also do this with any other, remix this with any other collections. All you really need to do, if you can use any Echo Park paper, because they all include the same things. You're going to get your sticker sheet. You're going to get the same amount of pieces of paper in your kit. You're going to get those pocket cards that they give you. So you really have everything. And what I really love about that is the cost factor, right? We're getting so much value for our money in being able to just pick up a single product. We all have so much cardstock. Add cardstock out of our stash and we're going. All right. I want to do a banner, but these banner pieces are just a little bit long for me. So we're going to do a trim on these banner pieces and take some off. I'm going to keep the top square pieces because they can, you know, make something across the top of something else. But I want this short banner piece, so there we go. And that'll help give us this little banner. Okay. And I'll just show you. This was a sticker where it was like on the little line with clothespins. And that's kind of what I'm bringing in now. You can make a banner out of just this. You could cut little dovetails out of these, and you could also create a banner. I don't know that I need all these. I'm actually going to skip this first one so I don't have the green next to the green. And I'm going to start my banner right about here. And just kind of put, I'm wondering if I want these on foam tape. Add a little dimension at this point. Let's grab some smaller foam tape pieces. I'm going to take some of the stick off of these by putting them on my arm. You can use your anti-static bag, of course. Don't even know if I'll need all of these. Okay. I always say the best tools are your hands. Apparently, it also includes your arms. All right, there we go. Just a little time saver for me here. And you could add some twine behind this, and we might do that when we're done. I love to have twine and stuff like that on my layouts as well. I'm going to turn this one down a little bit more because I feel like I'm going pretty too much of an angle. I wanted to open the radius of that just a little bit. Okay, here we go. And I think that's going to do it for me. I'm going to put this one back on my sheet so I can use it maybe another time. I'm just going to see what kind of twine I want. I think I'm just going to stick easy peasy with a little bit of this hemp twine. All right, and we'll grab a glue dot. I like to put my twines on with some glue dots. I normally tuck them behind and all kinds of other things, but we're going to just go for it just like this. I'm going to let the twine stick out a little bit, so I'm putting it a little further in, and then I'm going to kind of slide it and tuck it. That one little foam square has given me a little room there to do this, so I'm just going to kind of tuck it as I go. And then one more glue dot that will go directly behind the this final piece on the end that has that, this one right here. So we'll just add a glue dot right there, if it'll let me. Loves to stick. There we go. Love glue dots. There we go. And I'll just trim that off and just leave a little bit hanging on each end. And now we've just created our own little hanging thing. It's a little more angled than I would like it, but it's not enough for it to be a break. I can see I have some lift. If you find that your twine won't stay behind, just grab a glue dot and just stick a glue dot back there, and it will hold the twine either to the sticker or to your page. Okay, and I am really trying to focus on doing much simpler scrapbooking. All right, I made this in Design Space. It just says big cats, and it's gonna fit right there. It's a print then cut with a background mat. So something super simple. And if that's something that you guys want me to do some quick tutorial videos on or something here, please reach out, let me know. And yeah, I'll happily put those in, or you know, if you want the big cat title. I didn't love it. It was a quick title and I thought it had a few errors in it, but I'm trying to, as I mentioned earlier, just give myself a little bit more grace and just finish pages a lot faster. I would really like to make a dent in my scrapbooking, and I'd like to get back to connecting to the simplicity of why I started scrapbooking was, you know, for the sheer love of it. I think I have gotten caught up in complicated scrapbooking recently, so I'm trying to break away. And if this is simple scrapbooking, I'll take it all day long because I happen to really think these pages are coming together nicely. There we go. got big cats because these were really big kitties. All right, back to our sticker sheet. Obviously, there's these two guys right here, and I know that I'm going to use them. So I want to pull those off, but right here, there's this sign. It says penguins, giraffe, elephants, and then cheetahs, and it has an arrow. So I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to put it right here because my cheetah is right there. And so I thought that that would be a nice fit for that. There's a Let's Explore in the green that I've been using, as well as a Happy Zoo Day. But the Let's Explore, we're going to put right down here next to this guy. Have that jade on jade that I've got going on my side. No foam tape on these. Okay. And then there's a little camera that's right here. And I always use cameras. I always use cameras. I love them. I have so many camera stamp sets. I have so many camera Cricut cuts. I have Stampin' Thing cuts. I love to add cameras. But this one here is because there are some really beautiful shots coming up when I do the primates. But this might be my favorite picture that George got the day of the zoo. And so I thought I would love to just kind of add the little camera right there. It's kind of a way that I have started to control myself. Okay, so we have the lion and the cheetah, and we also have the lioness and the cub. So we have lots of big cats that we get to add. And I'm just going to look for where I want to put all of them. I'm taking some of the sticky off. Okay, I feel like, look, that's the same one, only it's smaller. That's super cute. And I think foam tape for this guy right here might be nice. And I'm going to hold the cheetah for a second to see. I have these two, and I just need to see where there's going to be a bigger spot. If I want to put these two here or these two here. I was thinking I might, yeah, I'm going to do the lion on the cheetah, so that one's good. And I think I'd like to keep these two together. I think I'm going to actually flip. I think I'm going to flip these. I thought I might keep like all the cheetahs together, and but I think I am going to flip them. There's more room here. So I'm going to put... I'm going to put the mom down, and I'm taking some of the sticky off, and just in case if I want to move them when I'm done. Onto the green, like the green is almost a walkway. The tail's coming over the picture. So I can do that. And then this I would do on foam tape. That's really cute. This I would do on foam tape too. Okay. Using up lots of my foam tape to get ready for a shaker day. These are all fitted for shaker cards, and I'm a shaker card junkie. When I get started, but if I'm going to do shaker cards, I need to do like a 12. I don't want to open up all my stuff for one. You know, you got to get out, you know, your anti-static pouch, all your adhesive is all your shaker bits. You got to have everything. So I wait till I have quite a few of those ready. This is perfect. That lion is going to touch all kinds of things here to bring all of that together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the cheetah on foam tape. It's a great way to add. There's so many good stickers in this on this sheet, and I love how many they gave. I really do like the small stickers because I feel like I can personalize my titles, but it's like having tons of embellishments. Okay, there's a Let's Explore here that I have made a decision, but see, I have that cheetah underneath of it, and I do kind of like the cheetah there, but we're going to go with it right here because it kind of, I lose it a little bit here. So just using the yellow that I have here, that golden yellow, is kind of what would be my walkway. You're down, and let's peel this one. Yeah, I like this placement. All right, just kind of play until we find what we like. Here we go. Okay, so there's a few more, and there is a Happy Zoo Day up here, and I want to bring that and use it as like a little label up here. I'm going on top of the, I'm sliding it under the picture because it really was a Happy Zoo Day. Okay, I have some leaves that I've been stamping off in case I wanted to add, but I don't know that I'm going to do that on this one. Let's see. I think these are all, I like this adventure, and I have that color up there. So just adding a little touch of that someplace else. This will say Big Cat's Adventure if I add it right underneath. And I don't know that I want to change my title, so I'm going to be careful about where I place this. I have like a little blurred out, like a leaf there that was not the focus, but that's really dark on that. I think I'll put it right down here. Here we go. And I like that. I was hoping that I was going to use this Day at the Zoo with the cheetah on this particular one, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to say I'm pretty happy with where it is, even though I kind of thought these two here might end up. I think I'm real happy with it where it is. And I can always cut those out. So if you don't like the pattern around it, always look at how you can like use portions. Like if you like the wild and free, but you don't want the wreath, grab a punch and punch out the wild and free. Like always look at different ways. All right, I have lots of bling that I've pulled out. I just am depleting my stash. And for this one here, I might use some of the green. I would use yellows and oranges on this one. And the green, I'm going to put the pink and the lighter green back. I have a little bit more orange hiding over here as well. And I would really just love to use up some of these and not put any of this back, because my favorite are the dots. So my favorite are the dots, which are the circles. And if you look on my bling, you can usually tell that I use a lot of the dots, and I love the Echo Park packs of bling because they're all dots. So I've kind of really been enjoying this. This is a little too light, but the orange is great. I think I'm going to add, and I have, it's very exciting for me that I have some dots on this one. The You're Perfect, I have an orange heart that I'm adding to that. I thought I might. All right, and we're gonna do a big one. And these are two different color oranges. That's how long I've had them and have mixed them together. All right, and we'll add a little star up there as well. And that one's a little lighter, but I need a dot, so we'll add the dot there. And this is a heart. I think I can go bigger on my hearts, which this is a great spot to use up the heart. It's going on the red. There we go. So I will move this one over if it lets me. This one's actually just too light. I'm not a fan. I'm going to go to this darker orange here and grab this star. Put the star there. And now I'm just going to kind of shower some bling around different areas. And then I'll come in wherever I want to add a little something, and I'll just put whatever bling I have and just kind of use it up. I like that I have these three over here. This is a big one. A lot of that light yellow left. I think I'm gonna have to say close enough on that light yellow and use some of it, even though it's not my favorite. Sometimes it just makes life easier though to use it up. I did realize I was putting yellow next to yellow. Happy Zoo Day is gonna get a little heart right over here. We'll go to this side of it. There we go. And now I think I'll start phasing in just a little bit of the yellow that's in the center of my camera. I just added a little heart. This will go next to the adventure. I'm determined to use up this, this sheet of bling right here. And sometimes I really do struggle. I can put dots anywhere. It's the other ones that I'm always like, oh, I don't know. This is another big heart. But yay! Celebrate that. Let's have 2 hearts up here. They're 2 different colors. Let me start taking a look. I see a place that I need to just throw a little bit more sporadic. This has gotten really heavy, but it was a big area. There we go. Throw that one over there, even though I would have preferred that to be a different color, so I don't have yellow yet next to yellow, but when you're using it up, you're using it up. Let's see what I have. Yes, good, good, good. This one over here is my lonely guy. If I had a dot, that would have been fine. All right, I think I'm good. All right, and that's gonna do it for me. So I just threw some bling on here in different areas, highlighting it because I don't wanna do too much. As I'm looking at this, I really feel like this area over here, just with the bling, became a little too busy for me. Since I haven't pressed down, I can pick some of those off. I'm gonna do that really quickly. Like, I like those 3 there, but I feel like over here in this area, we could have kind of did a smaller cluster that looks something like this if we wanted some more bling there. And I'm gonna put this other little heart down here. There we go. That's a little bit better for me. Okay, I like it. All right, we're done. If you are a love of sparkly things, if you grab some of your gold stickles, you could do the King of the Jungle in the gold stickles. You could definitely do any type of the animal patterns or anything that is there. You could take your title and add it there. So stickles would be a real nice addition if you are looking to add a little bit of that. I think this turned out really good, especially for just a remix, right? We had so many things that we knew that we were already going to do because we had everything done. I was pre-cut coming in, which was fantastic. But I love the little cheetah sign that points there. Working with this collection is really no hardship. I'm having a great time. And it has a tropical zoo vibe to it. There are other zoo collections out there that I've seen, and they're wonderful too. And I'll probably be working with some of those as we're going to the Ark this weekend, and there's a zoo there, and so we're probably going to do that zoo as well. And so I'll want, other paper. We want new things. But thank you so much for just joining me for this little crafty time and this remix series. After I'm done all 3 of the layouts for the remix, I will link them in all 3 of the videos in the description so that you can watch them in order. I have 1 more to go for that. And then I also will do a bonus layout, but I won't get that done until we get back from this trip because we leave in the morning. So I have 1 more video to do today to get 3 of these done for you guys before I leave. But I hope you guys are having fun. And if you've decided to do this remix with another Echo Park paper, can you please share that with me in the comments? I would love to know what papers you're remixing this with. All my photos here were 3x4s, and they are throughout. So these are all 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 mats, but you could use whatever size photos you would like. But I would love to hear if you're doing this with some other papers. If you found this video useful or you liked spending this time with me, which I hope you did, because I sure did with you, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It really does help me out here in the YouTube community, and I'm ever grateful for it. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.